Hello everyone, Nigat here, and welcome to the second match between WeirdRat playing with the red pieces and Sqrtofneg1 playing with the blue pieces on Icecold. So it's a very new map, Icecold here, relatively new. I think I'm actually not exactly sure if I remember who created it. I definitely need to find out. If you remember who created this map, definitely leave that down in the comments. I think it was Consciously Eating, but it might be someone else who made this map. Definitely a nice map to have in the match pool. So in case you're unaware, this game is the second game that is being played between Sqrtofneg1 for the Pro League tournament that's happening. It's basically a month-long tournament between 6 teams, and those 6 teams have a total of 5 members on each team, and those members play against each other throughout the month. And this week we got a matchup between WeirdRat and Sqrtofneg1. First game went to Sqrtofneg1 with a amazing catapult drop and an amazing defense against WeirdRat's 2-base push. So that was really good to see. Both players opening. I'm actually curious to see what Sqrtofneg1 opens here. Looks like he is not opening anything. He wants to go for a little bit of a castle first. WeirdRat going for a Rax opening. But anyways, while I'm casting this, if this is your first time watching a LittleWarGame video, welcome. Remember to leave a like. Definitely would love more of those so that we could see the content on this channel grow. And especially the subscriber count. If you're new, definitely go ahead and subscribe. Would appreciate that greatly. Sqrtofneg1, like I mentioned, going for that castle first. Now the real question in this build order is Sqrtofneg1 going to be able to defend on this map against any raider harassment? And this is where we get that question answered, right? Because this is a very economic focused opening. You want to get as much economy as quickly as fast as possible with this, but you get the dens to follow up for some early defense. Meantime, first raider for WeirdRat is underway. If WeirdRat is about to get 2 kills, I believe he'll be even in terms of the workers. But if he gets 3, then I believe he'll be ahead, if I remember this matchup well enough. But if we look at the timing, Sqrtofneg1 is not going to have any wolves out for a very long time. It's got a total of 6 workers in this area. Sqrtofneg1 even decides to go for a little bit of a worker scout, it looks like. That's definitely not going to work out. He's most definitely going to lose that worker, especially if WeirdRat micros this correctly. He's got full energy on his raider, decides to blink away. Definitely think the correct response was to blink in, just so he could get that worker kill. And if Sqrtofneg1 was going to pull workers to try to defend against this like he's doing, he loses a lot of mining time. He has a second raider on the way, and I think that would be best for him. WeirdRat getting a lot of damage, needs these kills, gets 1, could blink away here. That's perfectly fine. That's what the raider energy is for, to blink away. Definitely needs to save 1 blink just to make sure he doesn't get his raider trapped. And then the second raider appears, gets some damage on this wolf. Again, blinking away. Oh boy, it would have been really nice to see if WeirdRat could have gotten some more damage on that worker before he blinked. And now he's just going to start kiting wolves with his raiders. Sqrtofneg1 trying to get the kill on this one wolf here. WeirdRat could have killed that wolf. He does target it down. Does have to blink away with this raider. If he gets attacked even one more time by one of these wolves, he will survive now because of that regeneration that the raiders have. But earlier he would have died. And looks like we have a bit of a trap. Very low health, 1 HP, goes down. Sqrtofneg1 with that really good micro, by the way. That was really nice to see. WeirdRat following this up with a den somewhere. So he's proxying a wolf den now. Wants to try an all-in, it looks like. So he's building archers, and he's building a wolf den for some wolves. Potentially a werewolf den, that would be pretty interesting. At the same time, Sqrtofneg1 going for a very greedy opening. So remember, he went for castle first, so he already did something extremely greedy. But he's decided, because he was able to kill that one raider. Ooh, what happened? Oh, did he kill a second raider? That would be terrible. No, he did not. But because he was able to kill that one raider, he feels strong enough to be able to go ahead and be this greedy player. Even follows it with tech. That is so much money that's not going into unit production. If WeirdRat decided to get like 4 racks, maybe that's what he's trying to go for actually with this den here. Does decide to morph it into a werewolf den. But if WeirdRat was able to just all in his opponent, he would be able to win here. Does decide to blink in this time, which is really nice. Gets that worker kill. Sqrtofneg1 surprisingly aware that his workers were being threatened right there, and was able to pull his workers to defend. Starts a watchtower, and now Sqrtofneg1 is going to be able to see the fact that this werewolf den is coming up. Now Sqrtofneg1 needs to target this down. Try to kill it before WeirdRat is able to get too many werewolves from there. Builds a tower at his 3rd base and his 2nd base. Continues to get the tech going. Sqrtofneg1 on 35 supply, whereas WeirdRat is also on 34. So a relatively low supply game for both of these players. Looks like WeirdRat was forced to cancel that werewolf production. He felt like it would have died to that many wolves, but I definitely think that was the wrong call here. You definitely wanted to have that werewolf come up, especially if you're going to pull workers and archers to defend anything that comes out. Werewolves are extremely tanky, and they will live for a very long time, considering that Sqrtofneg1 really only has 8 wolves at this point. At the same time, WeirdRat also has a low army count, so just 6 archers. These 8 wolves are a huge threat against this. WeirdRat did pull workers, but the fact that he pulled so many of his workers relatively to what he has, pulled about 25% of his workers, this is definitely something that's going to be looking like an all-in. We do see the engagement, the flank comes in, workers coming in to flank this army. Sqrtofneg1 getting some good damage in on these archers with those wolves. Wolves having a good amount of speed is able to come in and punish these archers, especially when they don't have the best defenses. Tower was abandoned. All the workers are being pulled here to try to go in with this push. Actually, is literally all the workers? Yeah, literally almost all the workers have been pulled to try to do some damage here. It looks like WeirdRat is kind of inting this game a little bit. Sqrtofneg1 is going to be at any point able to pull his workers, and he's going to be able to defend with that. Whereas if Sqrtofneg1 or if WeirdRat would have gone for a couple more like soldiers, or maybe more army production rather than what he had gone for, then definitely think that he would be in a much better position. WeirdRat putting workers on hold position. Wolves have a very hard time fighting into that. Sqrtofneg1 using his workers to the best of his ability to target down these archers. Now it's just completely workers here. There's like 1 archer left. Let's see, 2 archers left in all of WeirdRat's army here, and now it's just workers attacking wolves. Sqrtofneg1 has the defenses, has everything he needs. A little bit of an interesting game from WeirdRat. Maybe some frustration, not exactly sure, but a very fast game, and I appreciate watching a fast game and casting a fast game. Definitely don't mind that at all. Alright guys, well, that'll be all from me. If you enjoyed watching this video, go ahead and leave a like. Make sure to comment what your favorite part was, and again, if this is your first time around, or maybe you're revisiting and loving the content that I do, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.